What's up, everybody? I know it's been a while for the updates, but times have been kind of wild for me lately. I got a new job recently, and that's kind of been screwing with my time to do things. But a bit of a recap. Training is still going well. I'm still doing it. And I ain't gonna lie to you guys. Every day I'm there, I feel just like I feel like I'm on top of the world, so to speak. Every day is a learning experience, and I feel like when I learn something, it sticks. It's a good feeling. It really is. It's actually it's very motivating to know that like the ring rust that I had from like not wrestling for a long time. It feels good knowing that I can get back into it and get better over time. It's not a challenge. Really? Seriously? No es mi gato. But yeah, it feels good knowing that I actually have the capabilities of getting back into it and getting better at it. It's awesome, and that's the cat's butt. Um, while I'm talking about wrestling training, I know I'm a little late on this issue because I've been busy, but like Lil Bow Wow is training for what I'm gathering. Like I said, I know I'm late. I don't know if he's still training or not, but if he is, I personally am glad about it. I am here for it. I respect it because Lil Bow Wow has been talking a whole bunch of smack, and he's actually doing something to attempt to back it up with. That's not something that you see every day. Lil Bow Wow is doing something that wrestling fans have been too chicken to do for years. Like wrestling fans fear actually getting involved in professional wrestling. I'm not saying all of them do, but I'm just saying most of them really, they like doing the armchair coaching. They always like to think they do the armchair coaching and armchair booking, and they always quick to tell somebody that they're not good at anything or that they can't do anything or this and that and the third. And then, you tell them about how they should get involved, and all of a sudden it's, oh, well, I ain't got the time for that, or oh, they're not gonna hire me anyway, or it's just some excuse. And it's like with Lil Bow Wow trying to train up and stuff, he's basically saying, I'm not gonna do any excuses. I'm gonna do the thing that I gotta do. Not only that, but he's playing a character on Twitter, and people, I don't understand how wrestlers and wrestling fans are just like getting worked this hard over it. I feel like it's essentially because of the whole WWE going to Peacock thing, so they kind of have to do the whole celebrity thing. I feel like that's what it is, but it's too elaborate and too good to be that because it's just wild. Hell, same thing with Soldier Boy. I hope that Soldier Boy trains too, because if he does, I mean, hell, they're already, first off, they're already famous, so people already know who they are. Two, they're already working the crowd, so they're already working the crowd. The heels already. They debut right now. They be inexperienced. Everybody wants to see them get beat up. They're already the ideal heels in this. They probably might have to not cuss as much during their promos, but I mean, am I right, LaMelo Ball? Or is it? It was one of the Ball brothers. But that's what I'm saying though. You kind of have this thing going on where it's kind of like you're trying. It's like fans are trying way too hard to like down somebody before they actually get up. And it's weird because like this should motivate fans to simply say, you know what? If he can do it, I can do it. Because if I'm not mistaken, Lil Bow Wow ain't that big. He's not that, he ain't swole. He ain't, I don't know if he's tall or not. But the fact of the matter is that like this should be proving right now that anybody should be in professional wrestling. The thing that really annoys me the most about wrestling fans right now is the fact that they're seeing this demographic change when it comes to having the look of a wrestler. They're seeing it shift. Because back in the day, having the look of a professional wrestler meant that you were fat, tall, and had humongous biceps and was white. Now, anybody can be a professional wrestler. Anybody, whether if you're short, whether if you're scrawny, rather whether if you are a woman, it doesn't matter anymore. The fact of the matter is that wrestling fans are so hell bent on trying to make sure that this is the ideal demographic. Everybody wants every wrestler to look like Brock Lesnar at 16. And it's like when it doesn't happen, it's like it's like, but did you enjoy the match though? You know, that's my take on it. I just really wish that I really wish that this would have happened sooner because there would have been a lot of better wrestling back in the day. It wouldn't have just been, you know, big, bulky, beefy human beings just lumbering around the ring. Like I don't know, the wrestling kingdom is like trying to push this. They're saying, oh, I want to see Lesnar and I want to see Brock Lesnar versus Bobby Lashley. I don't want to see that, honestly. I really don't, for multiple reasons. One, Lesnar is going to win because if I'm not mistaken, Lesnar is basically the shovel now. Stop that. Like everybody's always used to talk about like John Cena being, somebody who buries people, and they just completely ignore the fact that Lesnar kind of buries people as well. So, so it's like Lesnar would win simply because Vince likes Lesnar. Another thing too is that like I don't want to see that. I don't want to see Lesnar versus Lashley because if we're gonna have two big, bulky, beefy, over muscled psychopath, like not psychopaths, just this human beings just going toe to toe against each other, it's got to be Lashley versus Langston. If y'all saw the same Royal Rumble I saw, that match is overdue. And let's face it, like Big E Langston was the biggest deal in WWE for a long time, and it will only make sense for the title to go from Lashley to Langston if Lashley were to lose it, especially at WrestleMania. I mean, come on, that's just too good. That's just too good. I mean, I know two separate products. I know two like the two separate products and everything like that, but it's just like there's a way to make that work. I don't know what else. But I don't want to see Lashley versus Lesnar. I don't. You know. I also love the fact that like NXT guys, NXT has proven that like anybody can be a wrestler. Anyone. Even you. As long as you, and I'm talking to specifically the male fans here, as long as you, Mr. Male fan, keep your eyes and your hands away from the female wrestlers. Because I won't lie to you, I think one of the few things, like back in the day, I used to be very, very, very confident in the abilities of wrestling fans. I used to be like, every wrestling fan should be, a wrestler or at least involved in professional wrestling in some way. And then, the speaking out movement happened. And the first thing that went through my mind is I actually know some wrestling fans who are indeed this creepy and they're not even involved in wrestling. I can only imagine how bad they would actually be in professional wrestling. So now that I see that, the first thing that goes to my mind is it's a good thing you guys aren't part of this. I'm so glad that y'all aren't involved in wrestling because you guys are weird. So, there's that. But yeah, there's a lot that goes into it, man. There's a lot that goes into training. So to say that Lil Bow Wow is actually, training and getting involved in professional wrestling, or rather, is in some way, shape, or form showing an effort to do things, that's a lot more than like what these dirt sheet writers and these wrestling fans who think that they're like in the business because they listen to shoot interviews and stuff like that. It's like he's doing more than what you're doing, and if that doesn't motivate you to want to do more than what you're doing, then like I would much rather applaud you know what he's doing than applaud your critiquing of it. And that's just me though. That's it. Love and peace. Also, I'm claiming it now. 2022 is going to be my year because 2021 is looking pretty okay already. Love and peace, y'all. Have a good one.